Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through the Melbourne versus Port Adelaide game, in which Port got over the line 53 to 51. In the end, in a very, very tight game, Jason Horne-Francis and Butters and Rosie sort of all starred alongside Houston, and it was basically up to Max Gawn to hold the pieces together for Melbourne as their team is falling apart on the field, off the field, everywhere, which way Melbourne are falling apart. So anyway, let's just jump into the video here. As you can see, nope, that is the wrong one, but at least I can just switch this up a little bit. Of course, I was looking at stuff and trying to figure out if there was other trades I could do, trying to figure out at this point in the season, like I've been saying, if there was like a forward that you could go for. Like we had Tex Walker last year. I would have probably gone for like a Charlie Curnow or something, but he's injured. Harry Mackay, he's injured. So we don't really, the only other good option is like a Jamara Eagle-Hagan for 1 week, but that's not really a good option. No one from Hawks really stands out, so I was just looking at that, trying to figure if anything else really falls my way, and I don't think there's any real risky one that you can go for. Gorn 118, he just did what he needed to do. 22 touches, 5 marks, 2 tackles, 30 hit outs, 7 free kicks, 4. He just absolutely dominated in the ruck. Pickett 111, 29, 34, 32, 16. A little bit wayward in the last quarter with a couple of free kicks against. 3 to be in fact, as he had 4 free kicks against, kicked 4, had 21 touches. He can turn it on when he really wants to, and has a pretty decent that's his highest score of the year, a 111. Then he's got a 104, a 95, and that's pretty much it. So he's got a couple of top end scores, but he's also got like a 31, a 38, 44, 25 as well. So he's got some bottom scoring. So he's got a wide range, low floor, and a decent enough ceiling. Neil Bullen 102, 35, 23, 31, 13. Billings 96. What a year he's had in terms of just being fancy relevant to not fancy relevant. Sorry, fancy relevant preseason, not fancy relevant round 0. Fancy relevant in round 1 with his 140, then became a dud, and then has come in and out of the side in general, and has now put up a 96, which I believe is his second top score of the year after a 140 in game 2. Salem 95, 27, 25, 27, 16. Viney 92, and he's also been apparently approached by North Melbourne. This is that's the start of the chaos, let me put it that way. Viney 92, huge first quarter. He's always going to get his tackles up. Would like to see probably a little bit better split kick to handball ratio, but I don't think I may have had him on my side last year, but I don't think I've considered it, but I don't know if I've ever actually pulled the trigger from memory of getting Viney in. Langdon, Petty, Sparrow, McVee, McDonald, Chandler, Lever. No one else here really interests me, to be honest. And then you get down to Clayton Oliver. Again, another Clayton Oliver, 43. I don't know what that puts him at the year averaging. Oopsie. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's now around about that 78, 77 range again. If I just quickly have a glance here at it. Where is he? 43 from him at 16, and then we go to season. He is averaging 77.7 on the year for fantasy, and that's just not. That's getting really low, and it's a question now of is he gonna fix it up in the preseason, with an actual preseason run, because he looks absolutely pathetic. Gets to 8 at halftime, and then has a pretty good third quarter, and you're like, okay, he's back at it, and then the fourth quarter does nothing. I don't know if this is a preseason or whether it's just everything internally, externally, Melbourne, on the field, off the field, it's just falling apart. You have Clayton Oliver, who hasn't performed well enough this year. You've got Viney being chased by North Melbourne. You've got Christian Petrarca, who's pretty annoyed at what's going on off the at Melbourne as a whole. I think there's something wrong with, the culture there, as a lot of their big names are going or are trying to find a way out. And I wouldn't be surprised if Oliver was on the move. I wouldn't be surprised if Viney is on the move. I don't think Petrarca will be on the move out of all 3 of them, just because of that large contract, as well as him playing still up to an All-Australian quality before he got injured. So you would have to give away, I would think, at least 2 top-end first-round picks, if not 3 general first-round picks, just to get track off and to the new club. But anyway, we move on to the likes of Port Adelaide, trying to keep these ones quick as they don't have much relevance anymore, I would say, for the rest of this year. We get to Horne-Francis, and if you actually look at this is kind of crazy that he had 43 points in the space of 7 minutes, or 40 points in the space of 7 minutes, just through kick mark, and he even had a free kick against in there. That's how crazy that ends of the, as you see here, look at this run here. He was on 101 and he ended up on a 141. That's how crazy that end to the quarter was. So he had 40 points in about 7 minutes, which is just crazy. Horne-Francis, his game style doesn't suit fantasy. That's the thing. His game style suits more of the impact player. He's gonna vote well in the Brown. They're gonna vote well in the coaches' votes for his career. But I don't know if he's gonna have much fantasy relevance because I feel like he's playing similar roles here to a 49 and a 112 and a 140. You know, they're similar roles, but there's so much difference just because he's an impact player. He has 25, 13, and 2. And this is the same I've said with the likes of Chad Warner, and I think there's other guys as well. So until he gets to the ball sort of hogging mode of Rosie and Butters where they just get stacked on week after week after week, I don't know if he can necessarily be fancy relevant. But it will be interesting as an 88 or 89 guy next year whether we go for, because I don't think he'll have forward status either. He'll just be a straight mid. If he was a forward, obviously you'd jump on. But as a mid, I don't think he'll take that natural improvement that you'll get out of other guys, or you'll get injury value. Boak, it feels like every time he goes big that you're almost saying, oh, it'll be his last big one, but he keeps on going and he's just never going to stop, honestly. With the rate he's going, could play till he's like 39, 40. Houston here, 20, 29, 28, 38. He had 28 touches, 7 marks, 4 tackles, did his job, simple as that. Connor Rosie, 113, 22, 18, 36, 37, huge second half, and 28 touches, 4 marks, 5 tackles. Yep, he had a down week here, but he's come back strong in the last 2 weeks. Butters here, and this is the really good thing about holding these two now, is I'm pretty sure their fixture starts to open up. I don't know exactly who they play in the final 2 rounds. Let me actually just check that. Filter, team, give me Port, please. They play Adelaide and Fremantle, which is, I think, a tough run. I have to check that with transition points to see if that is a tough run, but it feels like it should be a tough run. But yeah, Butters, he had a little bit of a quiet last quarter with 14. He probably could have pushed on for about a 130, 135, but he did his job, as simple as that. You're always going to take a 108, and averaging 105 for the year, or 106 for the year. He's done his role throughout the year. Burgoyne, 95, Bergman, 84, Burne-Jones, Farrell, Evans. Evans actually responded pretty well, 60, that's Farrell. Let's go to Evans here. Just a 35-point third quarter really got him going, 16, 5, and 1. But no fantasy relevance anymore, given that he basically just hit his break even. Wines, Drew, Sweet, Zerk, Thatcher, Dixon, Jones, Alir, Narkle, Mead, Marshall, Radaglia, Rioli, and Evans. And that pretty much is the video there. So if you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on for more content in the future when it goes live. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.